The storm desk. Read the storm, book the roofs. 2 crews work the same hail swath, same week, same town. Friday night one booked a fat board of replacements, and the other limped in, tired and thin. You stare at the schedule and can't tell which is which, because both look busy all week. Leads lie. Close rate lies. Total revenue lies hardest. By the end of this, you'll know the one number that doesn't. The one that says whether a crew day made money or burned daylight. Revenue per crew day. Used wrong, it wrecks a good crew. Start with what the number is. Revenue per crew day is recognized job revenue divided by the crew days it took to build the job. A crew day means one crew, on one roof, for one production day. It cuts deeper than your other numbers because of the denominator. It puts your scarcest resource on the bottom, a trained crew on a roof, and asks whether you pointed it at the right work. In a healthy roofing company, the bottleneck is almost never leads. It's crew days. You can't conjure a seasoned tear-off crew in a week. Now pin down 2 definitions, because if 2 managers calculate it 2 ways you don't have a number, you have a standing argument. Define a crew day once. 1 crew, 1 job, 1 production day. 2 crews on 1 roof in a day is 2 crew days, and that roof's revenue splits in half. Then recognize revenue, the money you earned after change orders, supplements, and credits. For a weekly board, use contract plus approved change orders. For monthly calls, use closed jobs, which have stopped lying to you. Make the rules law. Watch how one honest entry changes the answer. A crew finishes a 28-square replacement signed at $19,400. Mid-tear-off, they find rotten decking, and a change order adds $1,100. 2 production days, plus a half-day return to redo a valley that leaked in a test. Count the return as a 3rd crew day, the honest way, and you're at $20,500 over 3 crew days, $6,800 a crew day. Skip the return and you'd brag about $10,000, a 50% overstatement that hides what you most need to fix. Track a second number beside the dollars. Squares per crew day, the physical twin. A square is 100 square feet of roof. Dollars can move because you raised prices or sold accessories. Squares can't lie about how much roof got covered. Field rules of thumb put a 4-person asphalt crew around 15 to 25 squares of tear-off and install a day on a standard pitch. Treat that as a range, not gospel. If squares are normal but dollars are low, that's a pricing problem, not a slow crew. If both crater, look at the roof. Now the metric behind the metric. Utilization, the share of paid crew days that turn into roof-producing days. The brutal truth is that crews spend a lot of paid time not producing. Weather holds, waiting on materials, waiting on a decision, standing in a driveway because a permit didn't clear. 5 days a week for 4 weeks is 20 available crew days. Produce on 15, and utilization is 75%. Production crew day asks if the roof time was well fed. Available crew day asks if you're keeping crews on roofs at all. Don't quote one when you mean the other. Before you compare anything, segment, or the number will confidently tell you the wrong thing. A repair crew clearing 5 service calls posts lower revenue per crew day than a replacement crew, and that doesn't make it bad. It makes the comparison meaningless. Split the metric by job type, roof complexity, crew, season, and territory. A simple gable and a steep cut-up with 4 valleys are different products. A training crew should look slower this quarter, on purpose, building capacity for next storm season. Segment first, conclude second. Skip this, and you blame a crew for a scheduling problem. Here's the part that pays the rent. When similar jobs in the same segment land far apart, the cause is almost always a handoff, not a lazy crew. Roofing is a relay race, and you drop the baton between functions, not within them. The sale priced on the wrong square count. The estimating packet with no photos and no flags. Material delivered late, a crew burning 7:30 in a driveway. Hidden decking found and nobody at the office moving on the change order. The gut blames the person on the roof, not the packet. Read the number in both directions, because it does not mean one thing. A high number can be what it looks like, a clean replacement, and a packet the crew could trust. But it can also be an illusion. You forgot the gutter credit, never logged the return trip, the callback isn't in yet. A low number is where the witch hunts start. Walk the honest list first. A steep cut-up, hidden decking, a weather hold, a decision the office sat on, a job mispriced at the table. None get fixed by telling a crew to hurry. Attribute, then judge. Here's a line you do not cross, because the law draws it for you. The denominator is crew days, but the inputs to crew pay are hours worked, and those are regulated. Under the Fair Labor Standards Act, you must keep accurate records of hours worked and wages for non-exempt workers. Compensable time can include mobilization, certain travel, and paid meetings. You do not get to shave hours off the books to make a crew day look efficient. That's not efficiency. It's a wage violation wearing a dashboard. Keep payroll, production, and job cost in separate lanes. Now the guardrail that protects lives. Revenue per crew day creates pressure to go faster, and on a roof faster too often means skip the fall protection. That trade is illegal, and it kills people. Under OSHA's construction standard, workers in residential construction 6 feet or more above a lower level must be protected by guardrails, nets, or a personal fall arrest system. So a safety hold is never a crew failure. A crew that lost time because a hazard got fixed is the system working. Praise a number built on cut corners, and you teach the company to hide hazards. Give the number a memory. A number without a note is an argument. So make the closeout require one field. What affected crew days on this job? Controlled boxes you can filter, plus one line of plain text. Weather hold, safety hold, hidden condition, late material, packet handoff, access constraint, training, rework, or callback. Now the metric remembers. 6 jobs flag late material this month, and the leak's in the warehouse, not the crews, so you fix purchasing. And make each flag spawn a task with an owner and a due date, or it sits in a report nobody owns. Keep revenue and profit in separate columns, because this error does the most damage. Revenue per crew day is a top-line capacity number. It is not profit. A job can post a gorgeous figure and bleed margin through material waste, a blown supplement, or a callback you haven't absorbed. Specialty trades run high gross margins and slim net margins after overhead and rework, and roofing carries warranty and weather exposure this metric never sees. So pair it with gross margin, labor and material variance, and callback counts. Keep it off your yard sign. It's an internal number, not a marketing claim. The highest use of this number is forward-looking, and that's where Roof Predict fits. Once you know your revenue per crew day by segment, you know which work earns a calendar slot. If replacement crews run far better economics than repair crews, and your backlog is tight, keep replacement crews on replacement roofs. Roof Predict pairs an estimated roof age range with per-home storm physics to flag which roofs are likely due, so you fill the calendar with work that builds well. It does not inspect, diagnose, or decide coverage. Roof age is a planning range, not a date. Close the loop. Revenue per crew day is the one storm season number that doesn't lie, because it puts your scarcest resource on the bottom. Define the crew day and the revenue once. Track squares beside the dollars. Segment before you conclude. Read it in both directions and attribute before you judge. Keep the hours legal and the harness on. Pair every figure with a reason and the metric with profit. Then point those crew days at the roofs that are due. 2 crews. Same storm, same week. While the chasers knock blind, you feed the crew day worth building. That's the one that's winning.